it's like midday at this point because you've taken an hour rest. Everyone's short rested. Everyone's got the level up.
Do we get a level up HP?
Yeah, that just. So whatever your max health increases by, your health increases by that amount too.
Do temporary hit points last, or are they only last the end of battle?
It tends to specify how long they last, but if it doesn't specify, I tend to just assume they're gone at the end of combat.
Because the biting stuff thing gives me temporary hit points, but it didn't.
I tend to assume it's just gone at the end of it won't last an hour.
I suppose it's going to be it's the first damage you take, isn't it? So most of the time it's
until the next
anyway.
meal.
Yeah.
See if you can find those children.
No.
So, you're in the camp. An hour has passed. What would you like to do? Azaka at this point is like, let's just get to Mbala.
Is that camp on the way?
Yeah.
Can we drop off her body?
Well,
Yeah.
She says camp vengeance is on the way, but I'd rather not go there.
Oh, okay.
Well, we pay you a lot of money, so you stop whinging, and we'll just drop this body back off. No big issue. Sakura, you werewolf.
She's like, at this point,
Oscar's going like this.
bam, bam, bam.
these gestures, what do they mean?
Oh, hand crossbows. She says, back to the camp, righteous.
Yeah.
Is that the camp we can drop this body off?
No.
That's the one we just came.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we could bury her there.
I think we should return. I mean, I think we should return her body to her comrades, but I'm kind of, I'm not dead set on it.
I think that's fair enough.
I think Azaka's view is probably, like, burn the body. Like,
I can
I think you're
do.
muted, Kath.
There was extra boats at the thing, weren't there?
I mean,
So
I
we
can.
could,
There
I
was
could-
one extra, yeah.
Yeah, I could perform some like religious burial thing. Probably pretty good. Do I know anything about the gauntlet and any of their like burial rites or anything like that? Or I could just use some of my patrons, some of my gods.
So,
burial rites.
I theoretically could, but I wouldn't be very good at it.
If we are agreed that we're kind of burning her, the shield, is it a particularly good shield or is it just standard?
It's a shield. Plus,
Is
it's got a
it-
magic shield.
Because I mean, I have no use for it. Does anyone need a shield?
No,
No.
I think we could burn the body and then take some of her belongings and return them to like Camp Vengeance, and then we'll just leave. We'll just tell them what happened, and then we'll just go.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
I'll take her shield now then.
Yeah,
Strap
exactly.
strap it to my back.
As a gesture of goodwill, I think we could do that. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
What about her gold and diamond?
We can return those as well. I don't have any particular need for them. I've got them written down as a separate thing in my inventory, so.
Could I have that shield actually? I don't see any reason why not, seeing as I don't actually attack with two hands.
Yeah. Rogues aren't proficient in.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, new proficiency.
Yeah, it's medium armor proficiency in shields, isn't it?
You could get a feat, couldn't you? Like later on at level, the shield master feat, is it?
I actually don't think the shield master feat gives you proficiency. I don't think there is a proficiency feat that gives you
Shield
proficiency with
comes
shields.
with medium armor proficiency, doesn't it? They're not together.
No, they're separate.
Yeah.
Are
They're
they?
tied.
It's
You could-
separate proficiency.
You
I don't
could-
really know what not being proficient in shields would mean, Because it's
Just
like,
need-
obviously, if you're not proficient,
How do I
with-
use this?
I think
would it just mean you don't get the AC bonus?
I
think
remember
when you're
looking.
holding
I've got
something you're
point
not
using it then.
proficient with, you you have
Well, you don't get-
disadvantage on attack rolls.
Oh, I just thought it was you don't get your proficiency bonus, but you attack normally when you're not proficient with it. I thought that was literally the point of a proficiency bonus.
No, it's like
No.
if you're not proficient in armor as well, you have like half movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I
Yeah,
suppose, and a
You
shield
have
counts as armor.
disadvantage. You have disadvantage with all attacks as well, and
I remember looking at this.
Okay.
when I was-
Yeah,
When I-
because
when
you're
I
like,
made-
how
made
do
that
I
part.
use this thing?
I suppose, yeah, it's an armor, not a.
You've strapped it to the wrong side and it's just here.
You're putting your arm out with the shield
Oh.
behind it, like,
Put it on the
ah.
end of your sword. Why isn't it working?
Yeah, this was confusing. When I was making that bard, I was trying to figure out if I could use a shield or not, and then I think I chose Way of the Scald, and I could use a shield because that gave me a bonus. Or it says you can now use shields, but other than that, I have no idea like who can and can't use shields.
I think it's like it's very explicit. Like it's set. Like it will say you have proficiency with shields.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think
or
it's
not.
like fighters, barbarians.
Knights, barbs, clerics, paladins, any martial class really.
I got
Yeah,
it as a
except
bard.
rogue.
It's the same as having an arm, wearing an armor. You're not.
Yeah.
It
So
gives you
do-
a penalty.
It's just a hindrance.
Cool.
Okay.
I'll strap it to my back for now then, unless you want it anyway, Scales.
No, I think you still get the bonus from it. It's just it gives you so many penalty saving throws and things that it's not worth it.
You can use it. You're as a
Yeah, you-
fighter. Yeah, you can use
I
a shield.
think wouldn't you lose your like plus
You-
2
you lose
extra
your-
damage though?
yeah.
Yeah.
you lose your dueling fighting style.
Yeah, you'd lose.
Only from holding 2 weapons.
No, it's if you only have a weapon in one hand.
Oh yeah, if only wielding 1 weapon. Yeah, you're right.
You'd get +2 AC though, so it's up to you.
Yeah,
Plus 2 AC.
I suppose you could have it on your back, and then if you need to have a bit of extra survivability, then it could always be.
Well, anyway, someone
Yeah.
take the shield for now, and then we could decide what to do with it later. Having a 10-minute discussion about who could maybe
Well, a
use this
basic
shield.
Yes.
I-
Put it on someone's back, and then
So
I've got it.
We'll
I've
have
got
this
it.
conversation
Okay,
later.
cool.
I've got it strapped to my leg. It confused me hugely.
So we take like a few of her personal belongings, and then I prepare the body for like a burial, or like probably like I'll do like a funeral rite, and then we'll burn the body instead.
So you're burning the body there and then and there.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just.
Azaka is pleased. Okay, I sneeze. It's a sudden release of a hair.
But I will perform like some sort of like funeral rite for the body, whatever. And if I know anything about the gauntlet, I'll try and make it more in line with their kind of beliefs.
Okay.
If I can.
Hmm. I think. Okay, yeah, we'll go that time being. I was just reading more about the shield stuff.
Shield.
So you burn the body over the course of half an hour or so. What are you doing? Are you trying to do like an Order of the Gauntlet style funeral, or are you gonna try and do
I mean,
a?
if I know anything about any of their funeral rites, I'll try and do that. If I don't know anything, I'll just do like one for my patron.
Make a religion check.
Not very good at these.
13. So you know that as like part of Order of the Gauntlet. It is not uncommon for the dead to be burned as a great honor. Specifically because a lot of the iconography of Torm involves being like cleansed in holy light, which can be interpreted by some to be fire.
Okay.
Like great warriors who die in the service to Torm are often entombed in like giant iron coffins, with like very elaborate shrines, and there's usually one of the things they do as well is like much like how like Boromir's buried, like they take all of the weapons of like the slain enemies and they bury them with the body.
Okay. We make like a funeral pyre out of weapons.
Okay.
and
Presumably
then,
some wood as well.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
All molten metal. No.
Just
Like around it, and then wood, and then we.
Why won't this sword catch?
what sword did she have?
It was
Well,
a mace.
she had a mace.
Okay, I don't want that.
Oh,
Okay.
I guess we would burn that with her.
Okay, so yeah,
Chuck it on.
you plant piles of like these crude jungle scimitars.
Those bloody bug. Actually, no, we don't want to burn the bugs, do we? Because then that gives them honor.
No honor for the bug, for the
No
bees.
Bloody
The
bees.
bug has
No
no
honor for the
honor.
Bees.
You take like remnants of like spears with bone, like sharp, jagged bones tied to the end, and you throw those in. You technically put the stones they were using for the slings in.
The ones that I haven't napped.
Or the slings themselves. And yeah, you set the fire. It takes probably. Are you doing it? I guess you're doing Order of the Gauntlet style. Are you injecting it at all with any of like the your deity's flair?
No, I'll try and keep it as traditional as possible for now. I don't see any need to at the moment.
I say, and lo, Dumathoin came down and crushed all the bees. And that is all.
Also, I really want to make a D&D style boss, which is just Dr. Bees now.
He summons ants.
What's this? A handsome family picnic?
What's this? A short rest woefully underpopulated by bees?
Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, so you take the body, it's burnt over the course of about another hour or so. Azaka waits. She is happy for the body to be burned, because from her perspective, it would slow you down, and she's like, I just want to get to Umbala now. Like, fuck this. I just want to get to Umbala, and then we can go do my thing.
Yeah.
Fair play. As we're finishing the ritual, Okram pulls out the bit of parchment he was writing on earlier, and then begins to read from it and says, "Today is a sad day, but do not let darkness cloud your judgments. Steal back your hearts and minds from the clutches of evil, and know that the deeds of the brave will live on forever in the hearts of the free." And then he throws the bit of paper onto the funeral pyre as well.
That was beautiful, Lockrin. I don't know where you stole that from. I don't know what film that's from, but I like that.
I literally just made that up.
You're wasted here.
I thought earlier when someone dies, I was like, shit, we're probably gonna have to bury the body. Let me think of some speechy stuff now.
Yeah.
And then Oscar says, "I may have the heart of a weak and feeble woman." That's why I was banned from that mortuary. They didn't want me to take it. They were like, "Put that back."
Oh god.
Alright. So after that, you head. Sounds clear. Yeah, we get rid of that. Heading back. You've spent kind of the afternoon here, but on the journey back, Ed, would you like to roll for a random encounter? That sounded a bit like a swear word.
That sounds like.
Encounter. I mean, it's a good thing that you're rolling like shit because random encounters happen on high numbers.
Good, good.
Just make you the default random encounter roller. Um,
Every day I'm rolling 4s.
so you make it back to the to Camp Righteous pretty much as the sun is beginning to set. And you could travel by night if you wanted to. You wouldn't really get a full day of traveling though, is the thing. It would be like the equivalent of like choosing to travel slowly, but you would just be traveling normally, so you might advance a hex, you might not. And wait, is that the right map?
That's
Okay.
the main.
Whew, I thought I moved you onto the DM map of Cholt for a second, and that would have been bad. Fuck, go back. Oh, I can't select the player token. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Cool. So, are you gonna spend another night here? Or are you gonna try and travel by night to maybe squeeze out the extra hex?
I ask Azaka what are the hazards of travelling at night?
All of the hazards as you would find by day, except
You can't.
they
see
can
them.
see
You
us.
can't see them.
Actually, Dan, I can cast 2 key points to see them, so fuck you. Yeah.
How long
you.
does dark
Yeah.
vision last?
None of your business, Dan.
8 hours.
8 hours. Okay.
How many key points do you get?
That's my concern. But 3.
but 3.
I think it's
Okay.
just your
Well,
level is your key point number, if I remember rightly.
Can you actually just keep 2 locked down to have night vision? Or... Pretty much.
Yeah,
That's useful.
you won't be able to use your flurries so often, but
no, but I got the way of the shadow. So if we're like somewhere we need to sneak, I can cast Silent Step or whatever it's called on everyone. We can all.
Pass out a trace.
Yeah.
Oh, you get passed out trace.
that is very,
And-
very useful.
Yeah,
and I
it's,
got
it's
Mm.
really helpful.
It's like, oh, would you like to automatically succeed on your self checks?
I think we're all relatively stealthy anyway, so that would be.
me
Really
and James
good.
are quite stealthy. I know that. I was gonna go selfish and get like cool firebolt hands, but this will probably be more useful.
Yeah. Well, there's lots of shadows and there's lots of darkness like within the forest, like all
That
the
makes sense.
time, because there's just so much like in the canopy above you. So you probably get quite a lot of mileage out of way of the shadow sneak.
Okay.
Yeah. So executive decision. Try and squeeze out an extra day, or an extra hex, or rest the night at Camp Righteous. She would rather wait than night. She's eager to get on, but she's not that eager.
I vote we wait then.
I'd rather wait.
I'm in the Remain campaign.
Yeah, I have no strong feelings on my there.
You're a Remainer. Okay. So you take rest at Camp Righteous for the night. Ed, could you roll me a random encounter, please?
Here comes that high roll. Huh. I think my first. I think my first one was a 3 as well, so it's 3 for 5.
Oh, you're going up.
You would be really good at Dark Heresy.
Yeah.
In 11 more rolls, you'll start to have random encounters every time. Okay, so you spend the night at the familiar feet of the statue of the man with the crocodile on his back. You awake fresh and early in the morning.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Azaka seems just restless, and her demeanor has Her demeanor's not soured, but she's become much sterner.
Is it a full moon soon?
She's so unhappy with us.
Like,
Is it worth it? Just is it worth it?
well, I mean, there's NPC morale rules in this, so thankfully I can use those to determine how she feels.
Huh.
Well,
Wow.
she might be halfway through.
Should I? Should I try and cheer her up? Are you sad because your friend died, Azaka?
They weren't friends, really.
They knew each other like less time than we've known.
Yeah,
Although
but
we're
they
not here.
they were
No.
having secret conversations. They
But
weren't.
like, you got the sense that Azaka, like, of all the people in the group, Azaka liked Undril the best
Yeah, you see,
because-
Dan.
because like they were like Undril was actively like talking to her.
Oh yeah, they talked together in secret and stuff, didn't they?
Yeah.
Keep it secret. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Safe.
thought they were fairly friendly. Do you remember when I eavesdropped on them when they were talking?
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't remember what was said.
They were talking about nails and shopping and just, stuff.
Just girl stuff, you know. Like,
They were talking about how long Zaka had been a guide for, and they were talking about Undril's religious sect, but they were both being a bit like cautious about revealing too much information, and that's all I overheard as I recall.
yeah. God damn. Cool. So you're heading off. You're going by boat. So are you forest traveling for the day?
Are we going to Camp Vengeance?
Yeah. We also we got to remember we can't get lost on the river as well, so that's kind of cool if we can just fast
Yeah.
travel with
I
not
just
much.
go there and see where, because we don't know if the river goes to Umbala, but
It
it definitely
does.
goes past Vengeance and it's going to bring us closer.
As long as I'm
So-
not killed by flying snakes again, I think we should fast travel.
So Azaka would know, like, Azaka's advice would be, so she'll tell you, but that basically the river, travels upstream and then goes into, like, this massive basin that's called the Aldani Basin. And that's, like, basically, so the forest as you're going is, like, completely sloping up. And the river's kind of sloping, like very, very gently, like not enough to actually create a flow or a current. But the Aldani Basin is like very low-lying land, and around Umbala, there are like a lot of cliffs. So she would say that like around Camp Vengeance, she wants to disembark and then head to Umbala through the forest. You could go to the Aldani Basin and then potentially like make the climb, but she doesn't want to do that.
Okay, we'll just do what she says then.
Yeah.
Let's go west.
Is Camp Vengeance before or after we get there?
Well, she doesn't. She wants to get off before.
Well, she wants to get off before, but to be honest, we're fucking paying here, so.
Yeah, we are, aren't we?
Also,
Yeah.
there was the thing about what was it, like having to pay a fee or something to be able to go around in the area, and if we have it, then it's just going to make it easier, and because then if someone does turn up, it saves us killing people doing their job.
Wasn't that
Oh,
a
you
different thing? Wasn't that the fire people?
Those are the Fire Fist. They are. The
Oh,
people.
that's different
They're
people,
like
is it?
they're like the mercenary band who come here. and, like,
Okay,
we
that's
are here.
Oh,
We're here to pillage shit.
okay. I think it was
and-
because at that point I was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
getting
a
confused
mix up on my part. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's separate people.
Yeah, they're like we're here to pillage shit, and if you're here in the jungle, that means you're in our territory, so you have to pay us a tithe, or
Oh, I'm fine killing
you get
them then.
your or you get your shit pillaged, basically.
We did pay for it, didn't we? We did.
They're all on the R's and P's.
Well, I'm happy to go to Umbala then with
It's a thinker.
But yeah, Azaka would rather like get off before Camp Vengeance and then skirt around it through the forest, and then go to Umbala.
I don't like the staff telling me what to do.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
The hell.
If no one else says anything, I say to her, that may be what you wish, but quite frankly, we've paid you, and you'll take us to Camp Vengeance so we can return, whatever her name was.
Undrell.
So we can return
Undrell's bits.
to her people, and then
Damn.
we'll go on.
What?
Yeah, I agree. Not because I feel strongly either way. I just don't like paying someone lots of money, very little of it was mine, and then being told what to do.
she kind of sighs and is like, "Very well, I will disembark before we reach the camp. When you need me, come into the forest to the north and make the call of the blue warbler."
I
Can you give me an example?
what does that sound like?
Mate. Like, I can't do it, but
Let's. We're
Okay.
boys.
Once she does it, I look at the raven, and I ask the raven to do it, and the raven just does it perfectly. Because of that.
Because your raven's actually a Kenku.
Well, it has mimicry, so it can
Yeah.
it can pretty much just recreate any
Oh,
sound
it
it's
actually
heard.
can.
Can regular ravens do that, or is that?
So if she does it, I just get the raven, and the raven does exactly the same. So we don't have to worry about remembering how to do it. Not that I don't know if Jack would actually make us do that, but
well, there would be a check if you didn't have something that could mimic the sound perfectly.
now we do.
I really hope that you would have made us do it, and we were sitting there for 10 minutes going like,
Raven's
They're
just
just-
like.
but there's
nails
loads
it.
of different guides coming out of the forest, not from. No.
It's like like the bushes just turn into people. Like there's just so many guides there. It's like fuck, they know the code.
Why are you making a noise like a red warbler?
Okay,
then,
cool. Let's do that.
Yeah. Are we going to camp? Sorry, is it Vengeance and Righteous is the one that got fucked?
Righteous is the one that got pillaged.
Yeah.
Vengeance.
Imagine that, like, they came here and they were all righteous and shit, but then it went south real bad, and now they are filled with vengeance.
Cool. Yeah. That's good memory. Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. Then I think we should go to Vengeance.
Okay. So, I guess you're fast traveling by boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like a D4 roll, please. From well, no, for the day's travel. Ed, why don't you go ahead and roll me 3 random encounter checks? That's one.
Sorry.
So,
You know what? 1 out of 6 is pretty good.
Want to try out our flashing new skills.
Yeah.
I
I need to do all new.
rivers. There we go.
That looks so much better.
Woman. You know that way.
She is not the queen.
Yeah, not that queen. Oh, the fucking clucking.
Like, is this a racist meme that everyone's doing? Like,
It's
I
fine.
like
It's
when we
fine.
surrounded Dan and all spat at him.
Pretended to, I'd like to add.
oh,
Oh, pretending was it? Oh.
Why are you running?
Sure, you're not that way. I think I've got a token because you know we all got our tokens. Mine, after minutes of concentration, it shows us the way. And I think you gave me that like a week before that meme became popular, and I was instantly thinking, I can't wait to make a joke out of this.
Yeah. Sad. Not been utilized though.
Oscar always knows that.
No.
Jack's just searching the monster manual for potential enemies that we could find.
So, it's fine. Basically, because you're on the boat, where's the... Oh god, I was gonna sneeze, but then okay, I'm not gonna sneeze.
Fuck land, I'm on a boat.
Okay, I sneeze.
Jack, for
Yeah.
my zealot damage, it says I do 1d6 plus half my barbarian level. Is that rounded up or down?
Rounded down. Oh, it's rounded down unless it's specified.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Rounded down, fam. Cool. So, I want you guys to put yourself on the boat as you go down river.
We're on a boat and it's going fast. There's something in the far corner. It's a flying snake.
Oh yeah, shit, that's still there, isn't it?
Not the bees.
Cool.
Oh, are they my eyes?
My raven would just be flying about, I guess. Actually, no,
They are your eyes.
He'd be on top of it.
All I see is bees. Bees are life. Bees are.
Oh yeah, that's the point. I'll pull out the Zaka, and I guess we are. I guess I can delete Undril.
Oh.
Rip.
Get deaded, bitch.
Get back in the boat.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
I need to do mine.
Is that everyone on?
No, I
Internet.
don't know.
Everyone important.
That's it.
So, what's everyone's passive perception -5 because you're traveling fast?
Pretty sure that makes mine a 4.
9.
Oh no,
No.
6.
7 and 8 for the raven.
Okay.
Oh.
Perception -5. 8.
Cool. So basically, you are traveling like you're paddling hard and focused on the journey ahead. I'm gonna roll a 6 is a Zaka, 1 is Durfric, 2 is Scales, 3 is Oscar, 1 is Azaka, 2 is Durfric, 3 is Scales, 4 is Oscar, 5 is Okrin, 6 is Yoka. 2 Durfric. So, as you are traveling throughout the day, you're all paddling hard, and none of you notice as like there is a faint kind of bubble in the water to the side of the boat, and out of nowhere, well, I say nowhere, out of the water erupts a gigantic
Oh.
toothy moored monster.
Okay.
Oh, them toothy moors.
Toothy
These
maws.
them crocodiles you were talking about.
Yep. Phil.
I can't rage as a reaction, can I?
Nope. And it's
Ooh.
going to it's gonna bite
Oh.
Durfric.
We've all healed up. Have we? Yeah, we've all healed up.
You've all
haven't we?
taken a long rest since then.
Good, good. And I have all my. Cool.
How much health do you have at max, Durfric?
35.
Okay. So it's gonna bite you with advantage. You take.
I'm dead.
Ah,
I'm
Oh, you're
unconscious.
unconscious.
Cut out show.
What?
So
Well,
out
that
of
was
nowhere,
quick.
this giant maw just bursts from the water, slams around Durfric. It has you grappled in its mouth.
Oh no. Can
Oh,
I
fuck.
grab him?
And its tail whips round and slams next to the person next to you, which is Scales,
Oh,
which even with advantage misses.
groovy.
I want everyone to roll initiative, please.
Do I have to?
Yes, you do.
As a reaction, can I try and like grab
On your turn, you can, depending on your initiative.
Okay.
Oh, whoops, I didn't put the. Well, fortunately, this thing has a
Oh,
dex
wow.
mod of.
Gee golly.
Okay. I mean, it's probably given you're unconscious, you might want to roll a lower initiative.
That's what I was thinking. It's actually a good thing because then someone can heal me and I can actually get a turn.
So yeah, so with a -1 initiative, the giant crocodile is actually going last. So Scales, you react to this. I want to look at those damage rolls.
How?
I rolled
don't worry, I can
above
rip
on
cream
all.
you.
I rolled above average on all the dice and with a crit.
Heal me!
You want healing?
You're also restrained in its mouth.
Yeah,
So
where's
I'll
it
have to make a
going,
strength.
yeah?
So I'll have to become conscious and then make a strength check to get out.
Strength or acrobatics, yeah, or athletics or acrobatics.
So I've got +6 to athletics. So.
You want me
Yeah.
to try and heal you while you're being held in a crocodile's...
Well, I mean, in all fairness, I'm unconscious and you can see that. So.
Okay.
To be
My
fair, you
medicine's
probably
can't
not
see it,
very
like-
high.
Oh,
It
you-
just
you can
comes
see
out,
that
and
I'm
you
in-
can see like Durfric's limp legs just hanging out the side of its mouth. As
Have I
like,
got that cream to rub on him?
Yeah,
Uh,
I've got 3 shots left, but do
Have
we
you got
want
the
to?
cream?
I've got the cream.
Got the queen. If you go, if you're going after me, aren't you?
Mhm.
Maybe you're better off rubbing cream on him than I am attempting an attack.
Can you reach it though?
yeah, you
If
can reach
you-
it. It's like half. It's like pulling. Like it's half its head is like in the boat, and the boat is
Oh.
tilting heavily to one side.
If you remove his trousers now, I'll rub the cream on him next turn.
Where would you stab something if you wanted it to stop biting?
Eyes.
Yeah, his eye.
Eyes.
If the Shawshank Redemption has taught me anything, not the ears. So. Yeah.
Oh
I was
yeah.
thinking my dad used to have ferrets, and he said you used to get their jaws and they would stop biting.
Its
Yeah.
jaw is about the length of you.
Yeah, also that is a problem.
Wait,
We'll go for
James.
the eyes then, shall we?
No, he's probably your uncle or something. Can you not just talk to him?
It's racist.
Said
No,
that
it's a
so
good thing it's not
calmly.
with
20,
disadvantage.
24 hits.
Um,
7
that's-
piercing damage. And you do get sneak attack on that because of the creature's size, Azaka is next to it.
I'm next to it.
You're also unconscious.
You're in it.
So- That
Is it-
I think, yeah, that's the 12. So that's the
Yeah.
7 from the rapier with the 5.
Oh,
Where go?
I think your sneak attack is 2d6 now.
oh, this point. I mean,
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, I just upgraded
Yeah.
it.
Oh, actually.
roll an extra d6.
Rage right up.
Oh, yeah. So that's 14.
Nice one.
Dang,
14
that's
points of
nice.
damage. Nice. Cool. You doing anything else?
Let's. I don't know. Why? I could try and hide.
You could always jump in the
Got a lot
water.
of mobility options and hiding options, but I don't think any of those are relevant right now.
You can run,
Yeah,
but you can't hide.
Yeah, I could jump off the boat, but apart from that, I don't think there's anything to do.
No bonus action attack.
I think he's
You
gone
could
off.
Not
punch it or
really.
bite it, couldn't you? I don't know if you can bite as a bonus. Can you? Because is that like an unarmed strike?
Let me check my special thing.
That's
I
fine.
think my special thing just modifies my bite.
Alright. In the meantime, Oscar,
Yeah.
do you want to go?
Yes, I have questions. Instead of moving, because obviously I won't be, can I in one turn rub Dan with the oil to heal him, attack the crocodile with my 2 attacks as per normal, and then use a key point to prep patient defense in case I need to dodge it. Can I do all that in one turn?
So sorry, action to rub the cream on.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
that's fine.
attack, and
Well,
then
how are you attacking if you're using your action to rub the cream on?
I wasn't sure, so it's just. Can I just?
So no.
Sorry.
What you can do, so your bonus action attacks require you to make an attack first with your action. So in this
Yeah.
case, you're applying the cream with your action, but you can still sacrifice a key point to take the dodge action
Yes. Okay.
as a bonus action.
I'm going to do that then. I'm going to rub the cream. So let me do that.
Thank you.
It rubs the lotion on its skin.
What is it? It's 2d8 plus 2.
I believe so.
That's pretty good.
Please roll high.
I think it's scary. It's fucking
So you have 8 hit points, Dan.
That's better than nothing.
And
Tell you
I'm
what,
gonna
I'll just use my bonus action to disengage.
I'm gonna use one of my key points. I'm down to 2 to ready patient defense, because if this thing can like do that much damage to our tank, then
Well, I wasn't raging.
And
But,
it critted, yeah.
that was a crit
Yeah.
and I wasn't raging, so that's why.
Although, if that had been on anyone else, would anyone have instantly died?
I would have died then. I think.
How much is it?
Really? Well, have
I-
you, even
was-
with the
Oh,
extra health you got.
32.
It was 36, so
Oh, 36, yeah.
I don't think anyone has 18 hit points.
Not any like if it was yesterday in game, then yeah, but
It's a good thing there weren't any of these in that little pond
Yeah.
swim through scales.
yeah.
Because they're pretty fucking scary.
Cool. So, Okran, it's your turn.
Cool. On my turn, I activate this, and like these large ethereal kind of black wings
Nice.
sprout out of my back, with, like feathers, like kind of trickling off them. Looks a bit like my agonizing blast, and I fly. I want to stay like out of its range, so let me do this properly.
Okay.
I've
I've just
over
noticed
there.
that little looking
Over
for the
there.
crow.
And then I'll also use Hexblade's Curse on the creature as a bonus action.
Okay. Cool. So it is Hexblade Cursed,
And
and it is the Raven's turn.
Oh, I'll change my colour then. We both said it. We both said it to
Oh.
purple. No, it's alright. Yeah, that's my turn, and the Raven will just hang like there, like just behind Durfric, like just,
Okay.
just flying in the air.
Cool. Yoka. Okay. Okay. Alright. Durfric.
I rage. Oh no, can I rage in this? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's athletics check to try and get out
Yep, which you have advantage on because you are
because
raging.
I'm raging. Okay.
That is true.
Isn't it a straight roll because the creature's giant?
Not to escape, no. It's like if it's opposing, then yeah, but it's just a straight DC 16.
DC 16. Cool.
Yep. So you pull yourself out of the maw of the creature. Is that your turn?
Not a great deal else. I'm assuming that's my action to get out.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's action, bonus action.
I've used action, bonus action. Where am I going to run? And it's just going to attack me if I run. So
Jump in the water.
Can't bite you if you're on its back.
Would I be able to try and jump on it? Is it is it on the top of the water, right?
Yeah.
Can I try and
How
climb
much-
on top of its head?
How reckless is Durfric feeling?
I just swore to be more reckless over the death of someone before. Could I climb on its head? Because what I want to do, because what crocodiles have really, it's really easy to hold their mouths shut because they're comparatively really weak to open their mouths. So
Yeah,
what
like
I
the
want to be able
door
to do is to try and grab, because you just put a rubber band around a crocodile's mouth and they can't open it.
Which
But
we have
we're,
loads
we're
of.
also we're in a
So-
world where dragons exist. So there's no telling. It's definitely the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, but it's
Let's
still
also-
it's still a crocodile, right?
Let's not forget let's not forget the crocodile's mouth is the size of your body as well. I think
You
it.
don't
I
know
think.
you don't know how long my arms are.
I'd say
I think it will still work.
Dan,
believe-
have you got
believe in
rope?
you.
Have you got rope in your bag?
Yeah.
I'll say
rope,
if you have
rope
an action, I would allow it. On your next
because I
turn,
Okay.
you could try something.
Okay, but that's if I make it to next turn, because it's probably just going to attack me now, and I'll die again. So
Speaking of, it's gonna try and bite you, Durfric.
and I'm unconscious.
You take 9 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
Reduced to 9.
Yep.
You're
I
re-grappled.
healed 8.
You are unconscious. It's gonna
That's one of my rages gone.
it's gonna lash its tail round at Yoka and miss. And then
This is
it is
everyone else.
and then it is going to it's gonna swim 50 feet away with Durfric in its mouth.
Uh
Fuck.
oh.
Uh, Oh, sorry, I
Uh,
realized I forgot to roll initiative for Azaka. Just now. I will. I'll see if she would have had a turn for attacks, and then just roll those real quick. Please, initiative. 15. So she would have gone. I'll make 2 attacks for her with her scimitar. 15, 21. So they both would have hit, and it would have taken 13 points of damage. Otherwise, that all balances out. Okay. Azaka also gets some attack of opportunity, and that's why I just remembered.
Would we all get attacks of opportunity? Oh no.
That one misses. I believe that.
It was sort of on the boat though, wasn't it? So maybe wouldn't Oscar get one? Maybe, I don't know.
I would say probably not, because you're like stood between 2 squares at the minute, and you can't get the benefit from being in both.
Didn't it manage to attack her though? Unless it's got, I guess it's got reach, hasn't it?
There's
Its
a lot
tail
of
is a 10 feet
tail.
reach.
Okay.
That makes sense, yeah.
My go.
So scales with Durfric being dragged back downstream.
You're shit, Durfric.
Says,
Hmm.
at least this is a crocodile, not some bloody snakes.
Why the drive-by at me?
It's time to be a hero. I'm going to
Oh.
take my rope. I'm going to quickly. Have I got time to tie? I'm going to throw one end of the rope to Oscar
I knew
And
you'd say
tell him-
me.
to tell him to tie it around the end of the boat, and then I'm going to jump in after the crocodile.
What if this huge crocodile swim to the bottom of the.
Cut the rope.
Yeah, right.
So
I'll
I've
cut
got
my
a
stuff.
35-foot move and the 35-foot swim, and I can use my cunning action for a dash, and that leaves
Okay.
me with an action spare, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, technically it does. I mean,
So it can't swim away and hit me with its tail. So I'm gonna swim up to it, get on its back, and I'm gonna start stabbing. No, you know what? I'm gonna
Okay.
start biting.
Alright. Go for it. Yeah,
Nice.
I'll allow it.
Do I
it's
get
it's
sneak
gonna be
attack,
like it's gonna be like Monster Fisherman, like that series, where it's like whoa.
Robson Green over here.
Unfortunately, a 13 just misses. Like your teeth just
Ah.
like your teeth bite down into like the thick scaly hide, and you just can't pierce it and get through to the flesh.
Doesn't
My
he get
hungry-
advantage for cool ideas
My
You know what?
lizard
or
man.
inspiration?
You know
thing
what? For
lets
that,
me-
surely you can have inspiration.
Oh yeah, can I use that?
Because I like the idea, and you reminded me, and it's not something I use often enough. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Sneak or not? Is it
Uh,
engaged with Dan?
It
inspiration
probably is
gives
very surprised, isn't it?
inspiration gives you advantage, which is technically a prerequisite for sneak attack. So it takes 12
Beautiful.
points of piercing damage as Scales is technically over here, so what does it look like for Scales to just like be in the water?
I'm gonna
lizard
throw.
bites
Yeah, I'm
back.
gonna throw the end of rope for Oscar to tie around like the end of the boat. I'm gonna dive in head first, like swim up with a fish, swim up to it using my tail and everything. I'm gonna get onto the back of it. I'm gonna claw my way up and just start biting on the back of its neck.
Nice. Just tear it. Like,
My
Yeah.
Hungry Jaws thing says I get a bonus. It's something I can only use once every rest. And it lets me use a bonus bite attack.
okay, yeah. So that's something like you can use bite attacks normally for that, but then the Hungry Jaws thing is an extra
bonus,
bite attack. Yeah, as a bonus
So-
action.
Could I use that as well?
I think it's a bonus action for the dash used.
Yeah.
Yeah, they come from. They come from different things. I didn't. You only get one.
Yeah.
Probably
so
do it next turn though.
next round you can. Yeah. All right.
Hopefully.
So
Hopefully do
Oscar.
the next round.
Oscar, like Scales tosses the rope into your hands. You're holding it now, like watching this gigantic crocodile just swimming away with Durfrick in its mouth.
Yes.
What do you do?
Well, what I want to try to do, I want to try and use minor illusion to make the illusion of a barrel, like, or something, flying at the crocodile's head, and I'm hoping he'll see it. He'll see it and be like,
I think
he'll
the-
drop
Make an illusion
down,
of a man doing this.
make illusion.
I think minor
What,
illusion
yeah.
specifies it has to be a stationary image.
Oh, it doesn't. Can I? What do crocodiles really like to eat? I'm gonna waggle it in front of his face.
It also has a range
Just
of
make him
30
chomp
feet.
harder.
Can you tie that rope to the boat?
Okay.
He's got a
The-
dead dwarf in his mouth. Let's make him hungry.
The,
He just sees like a really nice burger and he just starts nibbling on the dwarf like, yeah, I'ma come back for that later.
okay. So first thing I do is I tie the rope to the end of the boat.
Okay.
I want to try and make him drop the dwarf ragdoll. So
I think it's gonna be your action to like tie a rope off.
okay.
Just because like that's a complicated action.
Can I cast a cantrip as well?
Sure.
I'm just gonna make a cantrip of some fresh meat, and because he's 50 feet away from me, it'll be 20 feet in front of him, in the air, and I'm really hoping.
What's the cast range on minor illusion?
These t-
He posted it earlier. It's 30 feet.
Oh, so it's gonna be 20 foot behind it.
So it's behind the crocodile that's swimming away.
I'm kind of just hoping he's really high
Oh,
perception.
can you?
Crocodile.
Does minor illusion do smells and stuff as well? Or is it only sounds and? I can't
It's-
remember. I've
it's
not
not
just
done
create-
this
Oh,
spell
oh,
cast,
yeah.
so-
You can
Objects.
create a sound or create an image of an object no larger than 5 feet cube. It can't create. The image can't create sound, light, smell, or any other sensory effect.
Okay.
It's just an image, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's no harm. There's probably, hopefully, no harm in me doing it. So I'm just trying to distract it for like the
But
sake
it's
of
behind
scales.
it.
Yeah, but it's got eyes on the side of his head. Man. Evolution.
No, it doesn't.
All
Like-
predators have eyes on the
Yeah.
side of their head.
So they can see all the prey around them.
Also, it's a fantasy crocodile, Dan. It could have like mirrors and stuff. I don't know. Do I?
It's got rear view mirrors.
Bacon.
Like a mod moped. It's got like 50 mirrors.
Okay, but the rope is tied off and the rope is tied around the crocodile. Oh no, the rope is tied to scales.
Yeah. So there's no real risk of the boat being pulled into the river.
Azaka is going to run over to the bow and she's going to draw her longbow and take 2 shots. No. I just low rolled for Azaka.
Like he did.
Okran, it's your turn.
Cool. I gotta hope I could fucking hit with these things now. I'm gonna use hex blades. It's got a strange name on my thing. It's called Hex Blades Asimar Agonizing Blast.
Because it has all of those effects. That hits. 19 force damage.
What?
This is what happens when you play with a min-maxer. Your cantrip start dealing 23 damage at level 3.
What?
That's a
Oh, that was a max roll.
That's a 10 on the dice plus charisma for the invocation, plus 5 for being an ASMR.
No, it's plus 4 for charisma, plus 2 for hex blades, and then plus 3 for being an Asimar with my buff up.
Yeah.
And
plus,
then an additional hex.
plus 4 on the hex, yeah. So the
What do you mean?
I think the ASMR damage is radiant, I think.
Yeah.
But fortunately this crocodile doesn't have any particular resistance to radiant damage.
It doesn't.
So-
It doesn't matter. I don't.
Why
I'm
isn't
not,
it
I
an
wasn't-
undead?
I'm not going to separate it just to specify that it's an additional 3 radiant damage. If
Only when you radiant damage that adds the real radiant damage.
once on each
I
of
don't-
your turns, you can deal extra radiant damage to one target when you deal damage to it with an attack or a spell. Nope. This is what it says on the book.
Yoka, it's your turn.
Okay, I can do radiant damage now.
Yep.
Magic missile.
Okay. And that just hits.
And that.
Kill it, bring it down.
Okay. Cool. So yeah.
oh
yeah.
shit! I meant to. Oh, the raven's not on there. Oh, well, the raven flies up to like here.
Okay. So
It's got-
yeah,
it's got
like
50
the
feet- it's got 50 feet of flying. So
the darts of force damage just slam into it. Just hanging in there.
Just hanging in there.
Frick.
Hmm.
Death save, please. Fail.
If only someone could res me, it would cost them nothing. Let's see if I get there.
So
Oh, if it does any damage to me, which it
Yeah.
will, I'm dead.
I mean, it's
on
just-
its turn, it is going to.
Just is the crit.
yeah,
Oh no,
was-
it's actually because it's low health and it's got its food. It's taking the dash action to swim 100 feet.
It sees
That's
the
alright.
floating meat and it drops down and surrenders.
That's
It's alright. I've got.
Actually, you guys seem pretty cool. Can I adventure with you?
So does Scales gets an attack of opportunity?
Scales does get an attack of opportunity, yeah.
Get
Yeah, the frick you go with it.
Oh, he's not gonna get. Does it get the sneak attack bonus?
It's
'Cause
once per round for sneak attacks. So
Okay.
if you hadn't procced it on your turn, then you would get it, but unfortunately that misses anyway.
Like,
Oscar.
I might still be able to kill it next turn. Hopefully, we'll see.
100 feet.
Depends
Gone
if I
off
actually
map.
hit.
In a while, crocodile.
How far away is it now?
50 feet from you.
100, not 100 feet from me.
I thought. Oh, was it 100? Sorry. Oh, yeah. So, surely, if Scales is on his back, surely
Yeah.
he's on him. He's on the crocodile, so surely he's on his back.
It's hard. It's hard. 'cause
How
it's not
long is
gra-
it?
it's not
Sadly, you
Right.
have to grapple a creature to stay with it.
Okay.
Like,
That makes sense.
yeah. Unless it's a grab, like I'll say you can get up on it because of its size, but if it moves, you just like slide off into the water
That's fair.
because it would be like especially if you're using a reaction to it, like hit it instead of like hold on, which wouldn't be a thing anyway. I don't think, sadly. There's not very
I
much.
can hold
There's not
on
very
with my
much in the
hand
way
while
of
I point
rules
it.
to.
How
For, like-
close are we to the shore?
It's about like 30, 40 feet away on each side.
Because what I want to do is jump to the shore, and then
Can you run along the shore? You can run along the shore faster.
I can run faster than it, and then jump on it if possible. But it'll be a lot of things going my way. A lot of
That's
rolls
some
going my
weird
way.
move stuff
Jack.
right there. You jump onto the shore. You
Jack, I'm sorry. I meant to say it's got 10 less movement because I hit it with my Eldritch Blast because of
That's true.
Mm.
So it's
Because
technically
of that.
back 20 feet.
Okay.
Is it? It's also,
Sort of
maybe.
leafagey.
but we can't see it, though. No.
Nice.
Ooh.
So it's,
Hmm.
that makes it different. James, what's
Yeah.
your movement? Is it 35?
35.
Okay.
So I can move and then use my bonus move, but
I-
I
If
could
it might be
move-
big enough to be able to hit its tail or something. I don't. Would that be? Does that make sense? No.
No, it like
Oh no, because it's still
a 3x3.
on it, and then yeah,
yeah, it's a
It's still
3x3
slightly too
token
far
because it's
away.
so big.
yeah,
There's,
that's fair.
there's a monk ability to run on water, but I don't think I have it.
No, it's like really fairly high.
I don't
up,
think it's
think.
like I am the shadows on the water.
Yeah.
and if I did the triple move, I wouldn't even be able to
Kung
grab
Fu
it or
hustle.
anything.
That
Yeah.
would be your full turn, yeah, to do a triple action. It means you would be next to it, so you would get an attack of opportunity if you moved away again. But
I suppose that's better than nothing.
What is the
Alright.
furthest I can?
Yeah, because you probably can't. I don't know if you'd be able to use like a short bow in the water. Doesn't really make sense, does it? So,
all right,
Yeah, if you were really good at treading water,
which you probably are.
You'd probably have disadvantage on the attack. I don't know. I would assume.
I think, yeah, swimming all the way up and getting an attack.
so on her
I think
turn,
it's better, especially since you stopped it.
actually,
I haven't done anything yet, have I?
yeah, that's point. What are you doing?
Well, I want to get as close as I possibly can.
Okay,
So-
Oh, surely the boat's attached, so surely the
No,
boat's
it's
come with it.
attached to me.
he's
No,
attached
it's
to
attached to
Oh, yeah,
Scales.
sorry.
is
I
holding
never
it,
got to
but,
wrap
like,
it round.
Yeah.
Scales
Okay,
doesn't necessarily
so-
have the strength to just swim down river and pull a boat with him as he goes.
That's what you think.
Too scared, are you scared?
Okay, yeah.
So it's like
I'm
120
just
feet away from
desperate.
us.
Dad's like, I don't want to die.
How far
Please,
out?
sir, can I not die to this random encounter crocodile that crit me?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just unlucky. Like it was crit with 2 high rolls, and then
Yeah.
the next round he did
Yeah.
another high roll.
But interestingly,
If it did like 2 less damage, I'd be bad, but I'd be okay.
it would not have had a surprise round were you not fast traveling because you would have seen it with your passive perceptions.
Shut up.
Oh, we feel so much better now. Thanks.
Yep.
Okay, I am going to
Fast It's the
Move.
penalty of fast.
30 feet to the shoreline.
Okay.
And then-
Make an athletics check for the swimming, I'll say.
And you know, if we don't save Dan, he's the weakest member of the party.
He's like the only tank we've got. We desperately need him.
You just
Hey,
make him
Dan, you
feel.
want to roll off another barbarian?
It's his brother.
his name is Earthrick.
His name-
Identical
No,
in every
actually-
way.
Oh no, he's got a rival. I'll just have it be him. What's
Okay,
his
so-
rival?
22. Yeah, I'll say you can, like, with your movement speed, you can just swim to land.
And then I want to. Can I both dash and use Step of the Wind?
Yeah.
So what's a double dash? What is actually dash? Is it your movements plus half?
No, it's your
Dashing
movement
is-
speed again.
You use your
Okay.
action to do your movement speed. That's
So-
what dashing is.
I can double dash.
Yeah.
Okay, long.
So you do triple your movement speed.
Cool. So it's 120. How far is the croc? The croc's 130 away, right?
Something like that. But I'll let you figure the movement out while Azaka takes her turn.
Okay,
She is... Okay, she's still in range for the longbow. That hits. That hits. It takes 16 points of damage.
How does it look?
Can't really tell. It's swimming away.
Yeah, I guess so. Is there a trail of blood? It's Durfrick's.
There is like, yeah, there's blood in the water just everywhere, and a lot of it's on Durfrick, and a lot of it's on the crocodile, and you don't know where the crocodile blood ends and Durfrick's blood begins.
Perfect.
Too deep for me.
But it's like it's making a concerted effort to get away quickly.
Okay. Oh wait, why has it done that? Okay, and I want to. For fuck's sake, I lost. I think that was 50. I think that was 30. Where was I? I was back here. Wasn't
Yeah.
I think Control Z just brings you back.
I? Oh, okay, I could have done that. All right, I moved down there then.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so as long as I hit it, I'll be able to hit it next round as well. All right, here we go, guys. Wish me luck. Oh my god!
This
Oh,
is going to
damn.
be some crunchy damage.
So that's 26, 29. That's 35 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, it's just the same thing again. So there's like the magical raven from
It
the
can't go
hex.
into its mouth because Durfrick's in its mouth.
So it's just like flying around, and then I catch the raven with the Eldritch Blast, and then together they slam into the back of the crocodile.
Yeah,
And
do you remember that kids' TV show?
dead.
What, that's
Uh, Well, it's
No.
like the crocodile just spasms and it's just like it's just in the water, like lying there still.
Dying
Durfrick's
breath
still in
and
its
bites
mouth.
down.
Help me.
I
Do you
get
remember,
my...
do you remember that kids' TV show on BBC, and it was that guy with like a big staff, and he had a raven that constantly was
Yeah,
flying about
Raven.
with a just called Raven, yeah.
You're going to face the thrall demons.
Yeah.
I get... Yeah.
I think out of everyone, I would get there first. Would nice swimming?
You would, yeah.
What?
I
My raven gets there first, but it doesn't matter. It's
I'll
fine.
use my turn to get
Can
to
it do a
Durfrick.
medicine check?
Well, I can. Well, actually, I can cast this through my raven.
Oh shit, you actually can.
So,
Hey!
so you heal for 3 hit points.
That's more than that's
The
enough.
Dur-
Thank you.
Like-
I was
I
just
asked-
like, I was
I asked-
joking, but then you actually could.
yeah.
I asked Jack, and he said it was fine. Normally, you wouldn't be able to, but it says if you've got a spell with a range of touch, you can do it. And I don't have any spells with a range of touch, but I have that, which is kind of interesting. I can only do that once a day as well, so
Oh, it's the ASMR racial ability.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew wizards could do it through familiars.
So, Durfrick, you go from like being on the boat paddling to like, why is it so dark, to being unconscious, to waking up in the maws of crocodile being like, what the fuck, I'm getting out of here, to going unconscious again, to just waking up in a river. Like,
You've taken over the role of Oscar from last session. You've
Yeah.
died twice.
I fucking
Wow.
blew that fucking thing up. Holy shit.
Well,
Yeah,
told-
you
Matt
told you.
definitely saved me. I'd have been dead if it was.
all the time. It's like all of our encounters will just be easy.
Do
Yeah.
you need help getting back to the boat, or
I'm probably my swim speed is probably very poor.
I thought dwarves were natural swimmers.
That's 58 points of damage over 2 rounds.
He is pretty good. I fly over and I pick him if I can. I try and pick. No, I don't, because I might just fucking drop him and he'll die. So
You can you can drag Durfric, and like between you and Scales, you can drag Durfric back to the boat before the wings run out.
okay.
I
We do
I
that.
sprint back to the boat and swim back on. And then
It would have been really cool if you went along the shore and jumped on it.
It would have been cool, yeah. And I can short rest and just do all of that again.
Short rest.
Alright.
So,
One sec.
that concludes your daily allotted random encounters.
Thank fuck.
Ed, would you like to roll a d4 to see whether you progress the extra hex for fast traveling?
Is that a no? I can't remember. Is high good or bad? For,
High is good.
for advancing.
Okay.
So yeah, you advance 1. Oh, fucking Camp Righteous.
You
Fuck,
were saving all the good rolls for later.
Alright, I'm just moving it over here.
I mean, it cost fucking thingy
two.
her life, but yeah, technically I did.
Cool.
And you killed the witch, so.
Oh yeah, I also did that.
Okay. Wait, do you have 2 sets of Camp Righteous text just on your screen?
Yes.
Okay.
One's part of the map.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Alright.
And the turn order box.
So you travel for the rest of the day, and fortunately do not see any more giant crocodiles.
Thank Christ for that.
The river appears to be completely devoid of giant crocodiles for the rest of the day.
They've all just gone back to eat the other one. I'm so glad we saved Durfric. When he got, I was like, he's okay. So he's down. He's fucking dead because the crocodile's just gonna swim him off next round, and no one's gonna be able to stop it. And then you got brought back, and it didn't swim off straight away. And I was like, okay, maybe we've got a chance here.
Yeah. Well, it had to, it had to, rebite and stuff. But yeah, it's.
Just out of curiosity, would I have
Close.
killed it with just without the crit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
It had like 10, I think like 10 hit points.
That's alright. That's fine.
Cool. So what I'll say is you travel the rest of the day, moving quickly. Like everyone, I think at this point, Durfric included, just like powering on ahead, like I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge.
No more of those, please. Get us off the water. We're never fast traveling again.
I mean, the crazy thing is like it's possible to roll that as a random encounter on the first day of travel.
Ooh.
And it's just like, better hope you see it and then run away.
Well, either that or someone just dies and the rest of the party gets away because I guess I don't know how it acts, but if it gets food,
Essentially.
it just fucks off. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, like one person's probably enough for it for the day. But so basically, as you complete the day's travel and you take rest, sleeping in the jungle again, are you gonna do anything? Any conversation with Azaka? Anything different or interesting? You're just taking a normal rest.
I just asked her if she's feeling better about Undrill's death yet.
It
has-
says, she is not the first to die. While I've been leading people through the jungles,
That fills me with confidence, Azaka.
it's always a loss. I try not to let it happen. But those who are a little bit more reckless are a little bit more likely to be slain.
Damn.
I thought she was going to say a little bit more likable. No, she's more likely to die.
In response to that, I say, well, let's hope it's the last then.
I hope so too.
It wasn't really your fault, Azaka, because she really wanted to kill those not goblins, so either we went with her and helped her, or we didn't and she'd have died anyway.
Uh, yeah. So you.
Can I just point out at this stage, because it's quite amazing, that on her journey to Camp Vengeance, she abandoned her righteousness in a quest for vengeance and died. It's quite beautiful. Anyway, sidebar.
Undrill, that like the minor complete character arc. So I'll say is you take rest on the I think that marks your where is it? That marks your 11th day in Chult.
Oh yeah, earlier we found 10 insect repellent. I just added 2 to my current insect repellent amount. I hope everyone else did the same.
Yeah, everyone else.
Wait, how many?
I can't remember who found that, but
It was me.
okay.
I-
I've got 32.
Alright.
I think.
So whatever you had to start, minus 11, plus 2.
Well, we also found some earlier as well.
Yeah, if that was, I don't know how that was divvied out.
Minus 7.
So what I'll say is you take rest for that evening. You awake fresh in the morning, and paddling down river. For after about an hour or so, Zaka says, "I will leave you here, but leave the camp to the north and make the noise of the blue warbler, and I will come and find you. Godspeed." And she gets out of the boat and leaves you to it. Are you just gonna carry on downstream?
Yeah, I mean, we just head for the camp, right? We can probably see it pretty easily, or get there pretty easily without much need.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to making these bird noises.
So you head downriver for just about like 10-15 minutes or so until through the as the river bends and twists round, you can see through the foliage what looks like a crude timber fortification. It looks like a giant, like a big walled compound with watchtowers. It's encircled by a ditch that's bristling with sharpened stakes. There's a large gatehouse that faces the river, and on the shore next to it, there's 4 rowboats tied to it with a wooden post. Scattered around the outsides of the walls, you can see the remains of charred human corpses, animal carcasses swarming with flies. You see half the remains of some gigantic beast that's just fallen part into the river and appears to just be slowly decomposing and being washed away. And I think that's where we'll pick up next time.
Oh,
we're
no.
4 hours into the session.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was really good, thank
That
you.
was great. That was crazy. Yeah, that's really fun.
Yeah, that was definitely my favourite session so far.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I agree.
But
Right.
also, everywhere we find, including my monastery, you've destroyed Jack, so thanks very much.
Thanks very much. Goodbye.
I mean, it's part of the old job description there.
Destroy things that we love.
So yeah, if you want to, I think this. It says all the text is under GM notes, so I think it should be fine. If I go show to everyone, you'll get a little sense for what you're actually looking at as a bird's eye picture.
I've already closed it.
Where was the body that was decomposing?
It's slogged off slightly further downriver, so closer to you.
When you said it was
That's some fine fortifications.
when you said gigantic,
Very
was it one of the giants we encountered?
No, it looks to be reptilian in nature, and it's bigger than the crocodile.
Okay.